Not really, because it's only starting now.
No,
Everything else is inert. So, one time Matthew Brodrick ran over a family in Ireland. They were picnicking. I assume he's wearing the entire Inspector Gadget garb too.
Yeah, and he's driving the Gadget Mobile.
He screamed brown bricks while doing it.
He screamed brown bricks while he put on his hijab. This was
Go Gadget brown bricks.
Go Gadget 42 virgins.
No, 70. You said 72, right, or 42?
I said 42. I was wrong.
Yes,
that's not enough. Not for that.
Get it wrong? How did you get it wrong? We've been making jokes about this for years.
Because 42 is a more memorable number to me than 72. I'm sorry.
Did you guys know 42 is the meaning of the universe?
It's probably meaningful to you because you watch Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, you fucking nerd.
Yeah,
Dylan,
fucking.
you're gonna get
Fucking, what are you? Some sort of person who likes hack directors?
Who directed that movie again?
I would like to say Ridley Scott and David Lynch fused together.
Why?
Because it's a weird film and Ridley Scott fucks things up.
All right, guys, I'm gonna wheel it back to a normal question. If you could run over an Irish family, what car would you be driving, and what would you be wearing?
I'd be dressed like Ferris Bueller from Ferris Bueller's Day Off and driving a fucking red Ferrari.
That's tasteful.
It's the same movie.
Dylan, what would you be wearing? What would you be driving?
I would be wearing a very vibrant banana yellow suit, and I'd be driving an ice cream truck, and I'd be singing the song on the ice cream truck. I'd be the mask without the mask.
Are you gonna play Hey Pachuco out of the speakers as you barrel over them?
I would, yeah.
That sounds...
And then I'd poorly sing the words because I don't know the song.
Hey Pachuco, ba 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 ba. Blake, what are you going to run over an Irish family with?
Well, I would wear. I don't know what I'd wear. I'd just wear jeans and a wife beater and a Hawaiian shirt and run them over with a lowrider while playing Gasolina, because I guess it would be the Spix versus the Mix. There we go. Make it racist. When all else fails, make it racist.
That's good. That's a good idea. Jamie, you see this Irish family. You can see the clovers really in their eyes as you barrel forward, right? Now picture yourself in the situation. What are you wearing? What are you going to beat up?
I know exactly what I'd be driving, or I'd be driving a Guinness stand dressed in traditional Scottish attire.
That's good.
Oh,
Are
of course, the Irish versus the Scots.
Are you going to scream Scotland forever as you barrel into them?
No, I'll be shouting freedom in Mel Gibson's voice.
You're gonna rip off your shirt and a hat, which I do not know if you wear, and your long flowing gold locks will just reveal themselves.
Yeah, I'm wearing that iconic blue makeup too.
That's good stuff. Like the war paint, right?
Yeah, the war paint.
Freedom. Now,
Freedom.
what I'd be wearing is I want to cosplay, guys, because there's a lot of conventions and other video-related things going on right now, including Evo, which means it's a good time to talk about a more festive, more homages to popular culture. So, if I were to compete with Matthew Brodrick, I would dress up in a mailman's outfit. I would gain at least 60 pounds of weight. I would become Newman from Seinfeld. I would barrel into them with a U.S. mail postage cart. All the while, I'd just be blaring a synthwave version of the Seinfeld theme.
The vaporwave version.
Yeah, the vaporwave version, synthwave 2000. And then I would climb out of the vehicle imagine me there, this stallion of a man climbing out of his vehicle, and lick the blood off my windshield. And lick...
And ask the oncoming cops, what is up with that? In your best Jerry Seinfeld voice.
What's the
Wrong
deal?
character.
Yeah, it is.
No, then he gets sprayed by a Dilophosaurus.
Good job, Caesar. You've usurped. Now you're higher than Blake on the hierarchy. You
He
made
did.
An on-topic
God
joke.
damn it.
Dude, he got the Jurassic Park. That's pretty high tier.
Good job, Caesar.
Alright, so I think we should recap what games we've been playing, but let's talk about what games we plan on playing soon.
Oh.
Oh, I have several games that I plan to play.
And what would those be?
Well, I plan to play Hitman Contracts because that's the game I'm supposed to be playing this month. But like I keep saying, I have shitty co-hosts. And after that is Zone of the Enders: The Fist of Mars, which is a Game Boy exclusive game that's part of the Zone of the Enders series. So I went and got a ROM for it, just like I got a ROM for Pokemon Emerald, which I hope to stream at some point. Once I learn how to fucking connect. Once I learn how to connect OBS to Twitch, then I'll be golden.
It's not too hard. All you need to do is learn how to get your stream key from Twitch, and then you are golden.
I played through the Zone of the Enders games recently.
Aren't they amazing?
They're not amazing.
Well, I thought they were okay. Maybe amazing was too strong of a word, right? Because I do admit the first game was fun, but right when I was getting into it, it was over. Or like if you go on my channel, the Let's Play is over in 6 parts, and I was wanting more.
Yeah, but even 2's roughly very similar. Like they're both very, very short games.
Which is sad because you could do so much more with them.
You could, but I also find like repeatedly playing repeatedly playing too, like I kept finding, especially in like boss fights, I would find like there wasn't any rhyme or reason to some of the fights. Like some of them just seemed to be purely luck based, whether or not you could get a hit in.
Well, if you need a good guide, then perhaps you should watch my Let's Play of Zone of the Enders 2 and see how I fared against all those bosses.
Well, I finished it. I mean, I won, and I finished it in
Oh, Dylan, you cut out a bit there. You finished it in how long?
Dylan?
I think he's dead.
Rest in spaghetti, never forgetti.
Finally.
Hey, so when are you gonna make
I wasn't gonna go that far.
So, Blake, when are you gonna make an X videos or Pornhub account and play Corruption of Champions?
Okay.
Speaking of-
Guys,
speaking of
Dylan's...
Hold on, I wouldn't be able to play. Hey, it's the way I usually play PC games, which is with a face cam, because that would just kill any boner that anyone has while listening to me read the text.
Just put a GIMP mask on.
I fucking did that! You fucking crazy motherfucker!
Oh, so I'm planning on playing Fire Emblem Fates again, but I'm going to fix the game because everything about that game kind of blows character-wise, which is why I'm going to not level up Corrin at all and leave her as just like a meat shield, and I'm going to make my main character Ike. I'm just going to use the shitty Ike amiibo that I have, and he's going to be the Lord Dude. He's the one going to be leveling up. I'm not going to talk to anybody. No supports. Nothing. The way it's meant to be played.
You're probably going to die.
No, because it's Ike. And he has a sword that hits from 2 spaces away. He literally he defies the laws of the game on a basic level. and summons spears of wind from his sword to just pierce people. Balance.
Interesting. Now, actually, I wanted to ask, once everybody says what they've been playing, because Dylan and I have already said it, and Chuck has said it. But once we're done with that, I have a question for you all. So, Jamie, tell everyone again what you were playing.
No, not what he's
Resident
been
Evil
playing,
7.
but what he will be playing.
Or what you will be playing.
I have nothing really on my schedule after Resident Evil 7. I'm thinking of trying to track down Final Fantasy 15, maybe. Yeah, I'm restricted to console games because I only have a laptop.
Well,
Hey, I have a laptop, but I still play PC games.
you could probably play maybe, I guess, simpler games like Hyper Light Drifter. I'm gonna show for that again. See what I did there?
I've got a few classics on my GOG wish list. I can get that up.
Alright, I'm back.
You're alive? Okay, so how long have you been playing that title of yours? Before the hot take of you spontaneously dying, how long were you playing this game of yours? Did he die again, Dylan?
God damn it, Dylan! You're dying more than Takeru Tenkuji.
Dylan's.
I'll tell you what's on my wish list.
What is on your wish
God.
list?
I have Normality Inc. If you guys know what that game is, it's a very British game from the 90s.
Is it that game that Yahtzee played?
Yes, it is.
Oh no.
D, the game, if you know what that is, it's a Japanese point and click where you only have 4 hours to complete it. Postmortem, which is another classic point and click. The Tex Murphy games, which I've never played before. Broken Sword 1 and 2, and Phantasmagoria 1.
These are good choices, but where's Baldur's Gate 2?
Pardon?
You ever heard of Baldur's Gate?
Don't bring up Baldur's Gate, otherwise a certain Canadian will come barreling in, calling us all slanderous bastards.
Which Canadian?
Oh, that. An
One
inhuman
who,
one.
yes, that's the artist formerly known as Jerry Pete.
Oh no! I just remembered he used to use the name Ballspawn, right?
Yes, he used to be referred to as Ballspawn.
Oh, fucking Christ.
That would be like if I referred to that would be like if my stage name wasn't Blake but Isaac, because I love Golden Sun so much.
You name yourself Cactuar, and going around the world
I
playing.
I named myself Incredible Isaac because I love Golden Sun so much.
No, there's actually a guy named Cactuar, and he's in the competitive Melee scene because where else would that autism go? I was in the competitive Melee scene.
Mean? Or what is it even from?
Cactuar is an enemy in the Final Fantasy series. Just a generic cactus-based enemy.
Oh wait, is that the one that fucking everyone loves to make images out of? Because it always does dancing. And
Yeah,
stuff,
that's
or
Cactuar.
Cactus... Oh. And here I thought that was from an anime.
Not everything's from an anime, Blake. Except us. We're from an anime. It was cancelled. They didn't want us in there.
Do we want to moisten up the episode now?
Ooh.
Yeah, I was in one of the I was the background characters, and I think Penny and Stocking or JoJo.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one.
I was Speedwagon in that basically deleted Joseph Jonathan Joestar movie, where I didn't actually appear like much at all, and so Hirohiko Araki made sure to like get rid of all the tapes because he loved me so much. Now it's gonna get hot and heavy. It's gonna get hot and heavy.
We forgot to say which anime I'm from.
What anime
and
are you
also,
from?
my question. Yeah, I'm just from any anime that requires a lot of crowds, and I'm just one of the people in the crowd.
Are you?
If you pay real close attention, you can find me because I'm usually wearing a shirt that has a bunch of English on it.
You're somewhere.
Yeah, I'm also a crowd character. I'm a people without eyes.
Dylan
always
has.
All right, now for my question, what game are you guys looking forward to coming out? I will go
Whoa,
last, of course.
Dylan, are you okay?
Dylan,
Yeah.
out of the fucking car.
My fucking I don't know what the fuck happened. I had to reset. I had to restart Skype for some weird reason.
Yeah, you cut out a bit. But it's about to get hot and heavy. But Blake had a question. What game are you excited to? What future release are you excited for?
The two big ones are probably, let's see here, Yakuza Kiwami. It's definitely the big one. I really, really loved Yakuza 0. And I'm really excited to play the next game in the series. I'm really happy how quickly the turnaround on it is for its English release.
Yeah, because those games.
The other big one.
I was gonna say that those have like a 2-year gap on them, don't they?
Usually, so Yakuza 0 came out in 2015, and it came out here in America this year. Kiwami came out in 16, and it's also coming out this year. So hopefully, they're sort of recognizing that there's an American audience here, and who knows, maybe we'll get Yakuza 6.
And maybe we'll get Mr. Libido in Smash Bros. Where he belongs.
Oh God, if only.
Do the hustle.
Other than that one, the big one is Danganronpa 3. That's definitely going to be. I'm pretty set in my game of the year choices this year, but that's the only one that I think that could throw a wrench in it. Like there's other games this year I want to play. I want to play Super Mario Odyssey super hard. I want to play Splatoon 2, but I can't imagine any of those taking Nier Automata's place as best game of the year. But Danganronpa might be able to do
Did
it.
Dylan cut out for anybody else or just me?
I think just you.
God damn it.
His audio is like fine now.
Oh, well, I still can't hear him.
Oh my lord.
Weird.
We're living in the future, guys. So I guess since you mentioned Super Mario Odyssey, I should mention that that's definitely on my list of games I'm hyped for.
It looks so good.
Yeah, it really does. Like, even if it doesn't take Game of the Year, like, usually a Mario game will at least have some kind of place on a list somewhere, just because, like, there aren't many great platformers anymore. Like, there aren't many great designated platforming series. It's a genre that doesn't get much love at all.
But guys, the Switch doesn't have any games on it at all. Why would anyone buy one?
Well, that's... It kind of doesn't, though. It has a remake of Street Fighter 2. It has a port of what was meant to be a Wii U game, and still is a Wii U game. And...
Breath of the Wild?
Yeah. And it has a few indie games I hear are pretty good, but they're not going to be system sellers. There's Kamiko, which...
It's got ARMS?
It does have ARMS, but...
ARMS is a good-ass game.
It is a good-ass game.
With Taylor's Best Waifu.
Yeah, the Switch has a library. I'm just saying, like, it's not varied enough yet.
But for, like, a first-year library, come on. Like, the PS4 didn't get shit until Second Son, and that was, like, a year in.
I know, but, like, overall, like, whenever I hear that as a defense, overall, as a generation, I feel like this generation hasn't had a good launch, like any system, because we're lacking games for each launch this generation, and I think Nintendo's just part of the problem there. Because like with
But ARMS is so good.
it is good, but you know, it's really good. You can play online. I hear it's fine. Like, there's no issue there. But it's a fighting game, and not everybody wants a fighting game. Like, there are people that are still waiting in the wings, you know, for a good platformer or a really good, you know, full-fledged RPG. And they're not getting that yet. They're still kind of waiting. Or a good racer. Like, the Switch doesn't have its own great designated racing game. And it's a remake of Mario Kart 8.
Well, yeah, but it has the best version of the best Mario Kart. That counts for something.
I know,
We're
but
in a weird spot where, like, there's the technicality of, like, well, technically these things existed elsewhere. But it's like Dreamcast games. Like, yeah, Jet Grind Radio existed beforehand, but it existed on a platform that no one bought.
I'd give you that, but I
So
feel
you're
like...
technically right, but, like, no
Yeah.
one bought a Wii U.
That seems to be a running trend. I think it's going to continue. Is like, I'm hype for some releases that they have coming. Like, I feel like I will never imagine Nintendo getting third-party support this generation, like, in any significant capacity. But I'm happy to see that they're pulling out all the stops with what they do, which is give out, you know, good first-party games. And that's what their E3 result. Oh, you go.
I actually think they're going to have really solid third-party support because I think independent studios really like the Switch.
I know, but when I say third-party support, I'm talking about, like, you know, the big multi-plats. You know, they're not going to get a Call of Duty. They're not going to get.
Yeah,
You know,
I don't think they need them to be completely frank. Like, do you want to play Call of Duty on your Switch?
I don't. I'm just saying, like, all
Exactly. Yeah, like you want that.
I'm
And just because there's no Call of Duty doesn't mean there's no third-party support.
here's the thing. I'm not saying there's an issue. I just think that Nintendo, there's going to be a market that Nintendo never latches onto. They don't necessarily need it, but as they are, there's going to be, you know, there's always going to be a reason that Nintendo's held back, and that's through the third party. Third party makes up significant sales across all platforms, and Nintendo does exemplarily well on their own. I'm just saying that they're not going to be skyrocketing past anybody, you know, with the current lineup.
But I think you're 100% wrong because without that third-party support, they had way less third-party support on the normal Wii than they did the Wii U, and the Wii demolished the PS3 and the 360.
Well, here's the thing. You're right, but the Wii was also appealing to a market that beforehand didn't exist. But that market also proved to be, like, very volatile. Like, they couldn't keep that market long term. Yeah, there was some carryover, but when you look at the comparisons between, you know, the Wii and the Wii U, it's clear that appealing to that demographic eventually led to a drop. And the Switch being a more traditional like console is a big part of what's actually put them back where they need to be.
I think the problem, more so than anything with them, was the name. Because when you advertise it as the Wii U, people don't necessarily understand that it's a new system. I, honest to God, still today get people who come into my work, and they don't know the difference between Wii U games and Wii games. It's just like the boxes are different.
I know that's
I don't
true,
think
but I feel like
Yeah.
it shouldn't
But
have been.
like, the Switch is selling immensely well.
It is. I'm just saying, like,
And I don't think you're. Yeah, I agree. You're probably not going to see Call of Duty, but you know, I think you're going to see more and more maybe like the AAA market on the PS3 and the 360 and the AAA market on the Switch are drastically different. I
and
don't think they're going
they
to
always
be
will be.
But the smaller independent market is going to have a more shared ecosystem, and I think more people are going to want to play those games on the Switch.
The way I view it is that the jump we've made between, I guess I would compare the Switch to the GameCube in a sense. Like, it's on the heels, you know, when we just kind of cut out the failure that was the Wii U, being like the equivalent of the N64 disk drive. Like, the N64 did much the same of what the Wii did. Like, it expanded the market significantly because the N64 was like, you know, it was a 4-player console at a time when that still wasn't a thing that you would always find, you know. So we were getting all these party games, and that expanded the casual market considerably. But when you jump over to the GameCube, you know, that's when you see the hit, is that you had all this casual carryover, and not all of it made it there, but there was still a good carryover. I think what the Switch benefits more from than that like caused the GameCube to totally flop is the fact that it's a portable. It has Zelda for one, which is something that like there was never any bad press for Breath of the Wild. There was a lot of bad press for something like the GameCube launch titles didn't look appealing to a lot of people on the old fan base. Like, it's a really loose analogy, I guess, but...
Wait, what are you talking about? Melee was a launch title.
Melee was a launch title, but it was the second in a series that, like... It was a sequel to what was not yet an established series. Like, but like the big hitters...
Like, if you were on... If you had
Melee is what made it I feel like Melee is what made it a series, just because whenever a new Smash comes out, or whenever...
It's always compared to Melee, I know.
Yeah, it's always compared to Melee.
Your core point here is that, well, the N64 was big because it was a party game system. Melee, Smash Brothers was by far one of the biggest party games on the system. Wouldn't that be a huge system seller to have the sequel on the next one?
It would, but much like with like Zelda's kind of an exception, just because like the press for that is so good, like so fantastically good. But I feel like Melee is a sequel to one of the most successful party games of all time, but it's not the successor to one of the most successful RPG series of all time. So when you get good press,
and Zelda is
it's like to top.
I would not call Zelda an RPG at all.
Okay, maybe that's a bad analogy. How about this? One of the best adventure RPGs of all time. Like, primarily adventure, though.
I wouldn't call it an RPG at all, but I get what you're saying. It just seems like your own logic, the fact that Melee is a party game and a sequel to an established party game, and that's what made the N64. It sounds like that should be what made the GameCube.
It would, but I'm just saying, like if you have... I don't know. I guess it's just like the casual market, and this is the issue with the Wii. They don't keep up with something past that first trend. Like, if they get Mario Kart, that's gonna subsist for them for years and years, and they're not gonna care what comes out next. Really, they're not keeping up with that. Yeah, they might pick it up a few years down the road. They might see something like Mario Kart 8 and go like, "Oh, we used to play Mario Kart Wii. Let's get that." But they're not going to be flooding the gates on launch day for a sequel to something most of the time. Like, they flood the launch gate for something that's like really fresh. You know, like, so the Wii had the...
I guess I feel like we're getting away from the point here, though.
I guess I kind of...
I don't see how this... I don't see how this pertains to the Switch, because they did line up on launch day for the Switch. I was there, I saw it.
I suppose you're right. Yeah, I think that's actually the worst analogy I made all podcast.
Amazingly well. Despite never being in stock, I believe it is still outselling the Xbox One, and it's very close to the PS4.
It's not very hard to outsell the Xbox One though, dude. Like, the Wii was a flop, so it couldn't do it. But the Xbox One doesn't have an installed base overseas at all. Well, Nintendo has a significant one.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like we're having an argument over nothing. I don't even remember. I'm pretty sure when we started this, it was whether or not it was going to have third-party support.
And I think we agreed that wasn't. So yeah, we literally have no reason to be arguing over anything. So everybody else start talking. I'm probably going to cut this in half.
I was going to say...
Thank fuck.
So getting back onto the topic at hand, Caesar, Jamie, what games are you guys looking forward to?
Call of Cthulhu by Focus Entertainment is the only game I'm ecstatic for.
Why the last Call of Cthulhu game was fucking garbage.
I know, but they're making a new one from new developers, so it might be an improvement. I mean, the voice acting looks terrible.
So you're looking forward to this game, and by your own admission, the only thing you've seen from it looks terrible.
The voice acting looks terrible. The actual game itself looks interesting in a very
You're
Eternal Darkness way.
For killing video games, Jamie.
The best Cthulhu game is still Bloodborne. No, that's not even a joke. It is.
Bloodborne's amazing. Bloodborne is one of the best games I've ever played.
And I can't play it yet because it's on PC. But it might be eventually. I'm not sure.
It will not ever be on PC.
I feel like Bloodborne's gonna stay on the PS4, or simply out of spite, because before Bloodborne, you would hear all these jokes about, oh, there's no games on the PS4, and then Bloodborne comes out and blows everyone out of the fucking water.
I'm pretty sure Sony half owns Bloodborne.
I don't think they do. Like, you could look it up. Sure Let me see here. Who owns Bloodborne?
Well, I mean, From Software would own the IP, but I'm pretty sure Sony funded development of the game, and part of their deal was that it would stay on the PS4.
All right. Okay, you're actually right. It looks like
Street
Sony.
Fighter 5 is never going to come to the Xbox for the same reason.
Yeah, but Street Fighter 5 at least has a PC port, which at least it opens up something a tad.
I assume though, those deals are probably fundamentally different. I imagine a game like Street Fighter doesn't need the funding that a game like Bloodborne does.
It doesn't. Well, I actually maybe not, because do we consider tournament infrastructure, which is what they really bank on as part of the the development costs, setting up things like the Capcom Pro Tour or streams?
We do not. We definitely do not, because Sony wouldn't see any of that money.
I guess.
But also, they wouldn't see it. But if you look at just pure assets, Bloodborne is a drastically more expensive game.
Yeah. If it were just Capcom alone, I'd consider it part of the development cost, because that's how they pitch it to their main audience, is that there will be tournaments for this game. So it's not.
No one gives a shit. I don't care. No one gives a shit.
But some people do, a lot.
You know, I found out EVO was happening.
When did you find out? Today?
30 minutes ago.
Yeah. But that's happening.
I don't care. I don't give a shit if it's on ESPN 86, Capcom. Your game's bad.
I'm just saying, I guess for the, fighting games in general, we work advertising costs into the development costs a lot of times. We roll that in so often. So I almost think that, not even exclusively to Street Fighter, but fighting games in general, I feel what they put into, establishing a tournament scene and streams and all that should be rolled in too.
I feel like Capcom's the only company that puts in that much work. I feel like every other most other fighting game companies, they're just oh, you guys are throwing a fighting game thing? Well, here's a few grand to put our game on the show floor.
I know, but that's still an investment in the game. It may not be major, but I'd add it to a cost of some kind.
But I can't imagine Sony would be like that, because they wouldn't be seeing money.
Guys, I'm sorry, I gotta go.
Okay.
Sorry.
Alright, bye, Jamie.
That's fine.
We'll see you.
Wait, cover for me.
I'll make sure I read the fan fiction to save the show.
Yeah, say that. I'll listen back to it.
Good. And I'm going to cut out that Zelda conversation and just replace it with meaningless audio. Don't listen.
I'll just start fucking grunting.
I feel like it was a decent conversation, and then if we get rid of all arguments we have, then it would just be us circle jerking each other. So
here's the thing: if I'm doing that, I'm not really getting rid of an argument though, because there came a point where we weren't even conflicting over anything. We're literally just going to a circle of things we just agreed with. So in a sense, we were just circle jerking ourselves during that, if anything.
Yeah, I was about to scream. I was just planning on just grunting real loud, just doing it.
Well, I guess that's one of the few things that I should be thankful for having shitty internet for, because I didn't hear most of that argument / circle jerk. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. Caesar, what game are you looking forward to, or what games are you looking forward to?
Cyberpunk's probably never gonna come out, and probably something very stupid in Ubisoft, clickbaity, fucking Far Cry 5.
Oh, I forgot a game.
Oh my god, you mean the one? You mean the one that's all the game journos are creaming their pants because finally the white people are the bad guys. Hurdy-durdy-dur.
Yeah, but they were like everybody was a bad guy in Far Cry 2.
You know what? I would much rather play the version that Matt posted on Facebook that had all the Jews at the table, and it was called Oy Vey 6 billion or 6 million.
6.
But no,
I
it's
am at
finally
the point.
my turn.
Uh,
Oh, go ahead, Dylan.
I am at the point now where I do not give a shit about 95% of video games coming out. I only care about like very niche shit and like indie stuff. I'm not excited for Far Cry 5 is going to be a bad game, and you've probably already played it because if you played 4 or 3, you've played it, and that
Yep.
story is bullshit. You're gonna play that storyline, and you know what's gonna happen? Nothing's going to happen. You're gonna find out that it's just an excuse to have it set in Montana. Nothing interesting is going to be said in that entire 80-hour
course.
narrative.
I know. I think here's the thing though. Like, if can we consider a game not fun if we've played all of them? Like, do we like? How does this work? Because it's true that if you play something too long, you get burned out on it. But do we consider that to be degrading the quality of the game itself?
I don't think so, because here's an example, a personal example for me. When I played Psychonauts, I had a blast with it. But once I got to the final boss fight, it just kicked my ass, and I started to not have fun with it anymore and just flat out hate it. And the same could be said for the first PSP game for the Ratchet and Clank series, which is Size Matters, when it got ported over to the PS2. That was such a horrible, buggy piece of shit that I was not having fun with a game series that I genuinely loved. So, a game can be not fun but still be good. It could just be that you've burnt yourself out on it, like you said.
Yeah, because like I guess a good example would be like, let's say I just played Zelda for like 2 weeks. I could play Breath of the Wild for 2 weeks, but I feel like at a point it would just like I get into some kind of like, you know, like a malaise, like some kind of delirium over it. And eventually I won't be having fun with Breath of the Wild, but Breath of the Wild is still as good of a game as it's ever been.
Oh, I forgot about playing Elder Scrolls 5 for the 25th fucking time.
Yeah, featuring Todd Howard and his stand, Little Lies.
Todd Howard. You know what? Before I finally reveal what game I'm looking forward to the most, is it bad that I feel bad for Todd Howard because he's pretty much become the ultimate scapegoat of the internet? Because every time either Skyrim or Fallout 4 gets any kind of update or remaster or whatever, everyone's like, it's all Todd Howard's fault. And I feel like it's not really his fault. He's just, the PR guy that they've sent out to be thrown to the wolves, so as it were.
I feel like he's still a good scapegoat, but maybe not for that reason. He's a good scapegoat because like he's a bad PR guy. He lies often about features in upcoming games. Like that's the issue. And after so many moments of just Todd Howard over-exaggerating various issues or like various features, hearing him say anything with enthusiasm, it just becomes like grating. Especially when he's like announcing an 8th release of Skyrim or something.
Dylan, what about you? Do you think Todd Howard...
Now you can.
Oh, go ahead.
Now you can play Skyrim on the toilet solely with your ass muscles.
Yeah.
God almighty.
Fucking shit,
I
Todd
really hope-
Howard. Can we
I
stop?
I really hope they don't have another E3 conference because that last one was embarrassingly bad.
Aw, man. And it contained Nintendo's too with the Switch release too.
Oh yeah, I missed the it came for the internet E3 shtick. Did that happen this year, or did you guys not do it? Because
Nope, didn't happen. Just didn't happen.
This
Oh,
E3
thank
is
God.
very uneventful.
E3 is pretty eventful, but E3 is not something that's necessarily fun to talk about. It's not fun.
Here's the thing. Here's the only two questions I have. Did they finally say that they're releasing Golden Sun 4? Just say yes or no.
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 Did they finally say that they're going to release Mega Man Legends 3? Say yes or no.
No.
No. That's not a Nintendo
Yeah.
thing, though.
Then E3 was a complete wash.
Here's the problem.
We got 2 Metroid games.
We got more of that Spider-Man game, which still looks fantastic.
We got
We
a
got
new
more-
Yoshi game and a new Kirby game.
We did.
We got more Pokemans. We got more time in bootleg Hawaii.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna call their regions bootleg X because that's pretty much what they are. Kalos was bootleg France. Unova was bootleg New York.
Kanto is bootleg Japan. And
Well,
so is
Kanto-
Johto.
Kanto's an actual.
I was gonna say Kanto through Sinnoh is bootleg Japan,
Yeah.
and it's not just Kanto.
I mean, Kanto's not even bootleg Japan. There's an actual part of Japan called Kanto.
I know, but still
I think
bootleg Japan. Because it's
I
not
think
actual
Kanto
Japan.
is like Tokyo or something, like that region.
No, it's not.
Or-
It's a bit lower.
Okay, it's like south of the Edo Prefecture, or whatever it's called.
I could bring up a map, but I'm not going to. Instead, we're going to talk about E3 a bit more. I think the reason that E3 casts
wait.
don't work is simply because like E3 as a medium doesn't lend itself to it. Because like if anybody's talking in depth, it's usually just like developers, pumping themselves up, not actually like everything in E3 is conflated to the extreme. Like they can talk for an hour about one feature that you can just say like in 3 seconds. Like let's say they gave us a 3-hour lecture about how the Nemesis system works in Shadow of War. I could just say, "Oh yeah, those orcs are your friends now," and that's all I would need to say. It doesn't lend itself to as much talk as they do, and I can't speak a trailer to you. It doesn't sound good. So literally, all the substance of E3 is so distillable that talking about it at length kind of falters completely.
Okay. Now the moment you've all been waiting for, the games that I am looking forward to, or rather one game. I actually wanted to segue into this a little while ago because as Dylan brought up indie games and niche games, and I wanted to say, speaking of niche games, the game that I'm looking forward to the most is called Harem Protagonist, and I think it might be the kick in the pants that the dating sim genre needs, because it takes the tried and true method of making your character self-aware. And if there's one thing that the internet loves, it's self-aware characters. Just look at Deadpool. And also it
Ew.
has giant tits. And who doesn't love giant tits?
But here's the thing, Blake. There's already a game that really gave the dating simulator genre a kick in the pants.
Is it Dream Daddy?
No, it's Stay, People's Democratic Republic of North Korea.
I actually found that on Steam, and I put that on my wish list right away.
That's what gave it a kick in the pants. Finally took us out of glorious Nihon, that sham. Put us in the good country,
No,
dude.
it's Glorious North Korea.
Yeah,
Glorious North Korea.
I'm saying we left glorious Nihon. Now we're where love matters, North Korea.
Yes, the location of our dear leader Kim Jong Un.
Yeah, I hope that one of the unlockables is that you can actually go on like a dinner date at the Golden Corral with Kim Jong
On
Un.
a date with the dear leader.
Yeah.
The Golden Corral.
Yeah, the Golden Corral. The Cheesecake Factory. Where do you take Kim Jong Un? Next topic. Where do you take Kim Jong Un?
I don't know,
Where
to
do
an
you think-
Outback.
And why do you take him to the Outback?
Do you like steak?
I don't know, dude. I'm thinking.
I'll tell you where you take Kim Jong Un. You take him to a bondage club, and you get that boy spanked.
I think you take him to Hooters because that's what he wants.
That works too.
Yeah,
That works too.
I just imagine that he's just totally inert, when you take him there, because like if you have Kim Jong Un in your car, and you're going on a dinner date with our glorious leader, you treat him right. You go to Hooters. That's like date central, and you're at Hooters, and like that's the thing. It's the best dinner date because you don't need to talk, because you're Kim Jong Un. He's just staring intently at like a 2 feet deep bowl of glazed chicken wings. You don't need to do anything. He's there. He's in his zone.
He asked you a simple question. Is this chicken or dog? Oh no! Wait, no. That joke doesn't work because it's not Chinese. Never mind.
Were you gonna say dog?
Yes, I was gonna say dog.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
I did my. They all look the same. I get my Asians mixed up. Okay?
Blake, you gotta FGC this shit, dude. You got hit me with the mix-up, dude. Like your tech skill, I can see your crouching fears from a mile away. You gotta level it up, dude.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that because I have a fucking. I have to use my built-in mic. I have to lean real close, like I'm the biggest fucking nerd on the planet.
No.
Or I need to squat on my ottoman like a slab.
Here's the thing, Blake. I was making a fighting game joke, but you assumed I was talking about your mic.
Oh, ha ha ha. You know what the sad thing is? If you make jokes about fighting games and shit, they'll probably go over my head because I don't play a lot of fighting games. The last fighting game, technically, that I ever played was the multiplayer of God of War Ascension. And that wasn't all that great.
I like to imagine that you guys remember how Kim Jong Un's brother was killed in a very odd assassination attempt. Yeah, he was killed in a very odd assassination attempt with that involved poison being sprayed on his face as a prank, which actually led to his death. So that's what you do. If you want to treat Kim Jong Un right, you surprise him, right? So you put his brother's melted face at the very bottom of his chicken wing bowl, and just wait.
Oh my
God. That's a surprise, and he'll lift it out, just covered in honey glaze, and put it over his own face, and he'll just say, "How did you know?" through like the muffled scream of his brother's soul, and that's how you take Kim Jong Un on a dinner date. Like, that's the best answer I have.
That is dark.
Yeah, but what would you
hey.
wear? Yeah.
Breaking news. Super Hot is coming to the PS4 this Tuesday.
That's nice. I played that game.
Nice.
Have you played Super Hot?
It's very good.
I have not. I really want to.
I recommend it.
I'm excited.
It unlocks a lot.
They had announced the VR version was coming for quite a while. But this is the first confirmation that the non-VR version is also coming.
Yeah, the VR version's been out for a while.
Come as hard as your mom did last night.
Oh, daddy.
I was actually gonna say, didn't the VR version come out? Because I know a bunch of YouTubers got or maybe they just got playtest copies.
Well, the VR version came out on PC, I believe.
Yeah, it's here. It's been here for a while, since launch.
Also, real quick, this is really retarded, but I bought a new PS4 controller, and on the touchpad it has a little line so you can see the light bar, and I actually really like it. I'm surprised how much more I enjoy my controller now.
Is it defective, or is that intended?
No. This is intentional. They started doing this with about a year or two ago, and there's just a little slit in the touchpad that's a little thinner, so you can see the light shining from the light bar.
Okay, that's pretty neat.
It is pretty neat. You're right. Good job.
Good job.
Speaking of PS4s, I actually finally have a reason to get one, and it's because, similar to how they made they remade Crash Bandicoot, they are putting the Jak and Daxter HD collection on the PS4 with the added bonus of Jak X, so I can finally complete my fucking collection for the Jak and Daxter games. I just need to get a PS Vita and get Daxter and the Lost Frontier, and then I'll be good. Now go ahead, Dylan.
Yeah, I played through the Jak and Daxter collection a while ago. I really love those games. I'm very much excited to play Jak X finally and finish it, because I had it as a kid, but I was never able to get through it.
My sister-in-law actually has it on the PS2.
Speaking of games are on the world, right? The previous title for Xenoblade Chronicles on the Nintendo Wii was Monado something the world. So, this leads me to believe that our conversation was naturally heading to this direction. What do you guys think of Xenoblade Chronicles, like, number 1?
I've never played it, and that's just because I've never had a Nintendo console. I've always been a Sony guy.
Somebody buy Blake a Switch. Make the mistake for him. It's a temporary mistake, though. Because when Mario Odyssey comes out, it won't be.
Well, no, if you're going to buy me anything, and buy me Kamen Rider toys. That way I can be a big tokusatsu nerd like I've always dreamed of being. But no, if you're going to give me a game system, then yeah, buy me a Switch, or if you have the extra money, buy me a PS4.
Wow, we're already the worst podcast ever with that line, dude. We did it. We did it. Here we are.
Well, of course we're the worst podcast ever. We can never fucking maintain a name. First we were Disorderly Conduct. Then we found out...
we don't say that here. We don't say that. I'm going to redact that, dude. We don't say the name of the previous podcast here. We don't mention Disorderly Conduct. You see, I just said the name, but when I edit this, I'm going to replace it with redacted.
Really? You're fucking stealing from that other podcast?
Does another podcast do that?
They didn't even get to that joke until 200 plus episodes in. We're blowing through all of our jokes.
No, we're not. This is only the beginning. We're finding our footing, dude. Our footing's really shaky and awful, but it's there.
Whatever you say.
Yeah, whatever I say.
I bought a game called Serial Killer.
That's kind of a generic title. Would you like to explain?
Sorry, Serial Cleaner.
Okay.
It is
Is it like that one where... Is it that blood splatter cleanup game, or is it completely different?
Kind of. I imagine we're thinking of different ones. It's very Hotline Miami-esque, but instead of killing people, you are cleaning up after mafia hits.
Okay, but is one of the levels cleaning up after that Irish family was run over by Matthew Brodrick?
God damn it!
I hope so. Sounds like a good ass level.
You need to clean up like the green Cloverfield
sounds like
blood.
a good time, because once you're done, you can go to the pub and have yourself a pint. And look at all the pretty freckled redhead girls.
But like then one of the pretty freckled redhead girls takes off their face and they just say brown bricks. And it's Matthew Brodrick.
Why? I was hoping you would say, and then she'd lift up her skirt and it's revealed she has a dick.
No. You smell the scent of sensualness from behind a door, and you just hear Matthew Brodrick say, "That's a lot of fish."
God damn. Okay, hang on. Is it sad that I actually enjoyed the American Godzilla movie?
Very.
I
fucking love the American Godzilla movie. Shut up. It's my favorite movie ever. I saw it at the thrift store and I was like, fuck, I should buy this.
Yeah.
There's no Blu-ray for it. There's not a Blu-ray for it yet, and I'm really upset about that because I want one. I want it. Give it to me.
You just want your Matthew Brodrick.
Well, hang on. How upset were you that American Godzilla got its ass kicked in Final Wars?
I wasn't. I thought that was very cute.
Nice.
I understand why people don't like it, and I agree with with most of them for why they don't like it. But I also love it.
Well, it's because it's like
and
a cheese. It's the same way I like I really like Inspector Gadget for that same reason. Of just like, it's objectively awful, but there's just something so cheesy about watching Matthew Brodrick do anything that I can't resist.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think it's objectively awful. I think it's actually a really good monster movie. 100%. I think it's actually genuinely good.
Well, I never said that that was objectively awful. I'm just saying that Inspector Gadget was objectively kind of awful. But I'm just saying that, you know, there are complaints to be leveled at Godzilla that can be nullified by the cheese. The glorious Brodrick-themed cheese.
I feel bad for Matthew Brodrick. Although, hang on, speaking of Inspector Gadget, here's an important question. Why didn't he come back for the sequel? They got somebody who looks just like him, but not him. What the fuck?
They didn't?
Yeah, in Inspector Gadget 2, this is part of the canon. Actually, this was it was supposed to be a separate movie. That's the explanation. It was originally going to be a reboot of like the series, like in movie form, and Disney wanted to make it a sequel. So they really just slapped Inspector Gadget 2 on the label. But when you see that movie, and I did when I was like a kid, there's really no reason it should be called Inspector Gadget 2. They haven't mentioned anything from the first film either. Like nothing.
Yeah, but there's a sexy robot girl.
There's a lot.
So I'm gonna
robot, G2 is fucking sexy.
G2.
G2's favorite Transformers.
Hot goo.
They're the ones who target trucks.
I was gonna say, nobody ever talks about the second generations and anything, and like you hear people talk about Generation 1 for Transformers, and you hear people talk about. I'm sorry for being autistic, but you hear people talk about Generations 1, 3, and 4 for MLP. Let's move on. But you never hear anyone talk about Generation 2 for anything. Why is that?
You just said MLP, which means I think it's a good time for a break. Because
Okay,
we've been
good.
talking.
Yeah.
We've been talking for an hour.
Oh wow, we have.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stop the recording for now, and we'll come back later.
Okay. Now excuse me while I kill myself and quickly revive because I committed a sin, and by speaking the 3 letters.
Prepare for outro music. Well, not outro music. Break music. I don't know.
Christian.
No, you're thinking of Christian or Jesus Chatline. That's it. Yeah, that's what you're thinking about. Hey, Dylan.
That's an actual thing. Makes me laugh. So fucking
Dylan
hard.
just showed us.
Dylan, how did Inside
Oh no.
How did what?
how dead inside are you feeling right now?
Not too much. I done watching Fred, so that was a pretty good time.
I went to the
How many-
city yesterday.
Oh no.
I know.
What?
I went to town yesterday and did magic tricks, and it was a bad idea. Because it's like the middle of the week, and nobody's out really.
No, what you do is you start crumping.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Crumping, the ultimate magic trick. Oh yeah, Dylan, since you have more contact with David than any of us, how hard is David spurting over the whole female doctor thing?
I don't actually know. We haven't talked about it.
He told me he doesn't care.
Oh,
Sure he doesn't. I'm sure he doesn't, and I'm sure it's not gonna matter to anyone in a year, because Doctor Who is like hemorrhaging viewers super hard and has been. Here's the thing about Doctor Who that people don't realize: is the fan base is primarily like young women. So a female doctor is not going to appeal to them because they like it because they like watching the cute boys fight the space aliens.
Yeah, they like seeing David Tennant or what's his name, Benedict Cumberbatch.
That's why Cabaldi was did not get such a warm reception. It's not because he's bad; it's he's old and ugly, like your mom.
Aw. What's sad is my mom is actually turning 60 this year, so that holds merit.
Oh, it's
Dylan, stop using these insults from like year 4.
Hey Dylan, didn't you want to talk to me about Interstellar?
Yeah, let's talk about Interstellar because you're wrong about it. It's a great.
man, is this
Fuck you.
Guys, is this a hot take? A hot take?
No, it's a
I
take
never
of a
said
hot
it was
chick.
terrible. I just said it was an original.
Computer, show me.
I've seen the
Take
things
a match.
before.
Well, we're like tripping over each other. Alright, how about this? I'll be the referee. Jamie, give your opinion on Interstellar, or whatever it is. I don't know.
It's a good movie. It's a
Interstellar.
good movie. I just think I've seen the themes before in other films, and I gave Dylan a list of films that it borrows from.
Alright.
You can't use that as an excuse, because if you use that as an excuse, then everything is unoriginal.
Dylan, are you gonna take that from Jamie? Are you
It
gonna?
tells it the same way. It tells it well, but it's just the same way as I've seen before.
All right.
I
Well,
think
what
this
are
makes-
you?
Interstellar
Let's
travel. Use black
let's
holes.
get down to the nitty gritty. What is the main theme of Interstellar?
To repopulate Earth, to heighten the population, to move away from
You're
Earth.
wrong. You're already wrong.
It is also
That's,
environmentalism.
Wrong.
that's the plot. But
Wrong.
Wrong.
Family.
the theme is that love transcends all. That's the main theme.
No. The main
It's
theme
the
is
Solara, Star Trek: The Motion Picture, Sunshine to a degree.
you're all wrong. The main theme here is we need to get into space before China. Yeah, you're correct.
The main theme of Star Trek: The Motion Picture is conquers all.
Pardon?
No. Sorry.
That's what you
Theme of
said. The main theme of
Interstellar,
Star Trek
and
is
it's
love
the main theme
conquers
of-
all. Yes.
It's how we should repopulate Earth with only 2 males.
Ooh.
Jesus Christ.
Vija takes over the bold chick. Vija needs to be treated like a child. Vija takes over the bold chick, and the only way to make a staff out of it is for the new captain to fall in love.
No, guys, I have an idea for an original movie. Okay, you ready? Okay,
What?
so me and Caesar, we co-star, okay? Right? We are two middle-class men trying to live a quiet life. Just trying to live a quiet life with our ties absolutely emblazoned with cat skulls, okay? So we're having a great time. All of a sudden, into our town comes a cute trap, okay? Okay? And we gotta use our stands to kill the other to win the trap for ourselves. I'm gonna call the movie The Battle of the Bulge, okay?
Oh.
Is this okay? I need critique. Is this a good film?
Cut, print, send it to
What are you
Hollywood.
talking about, you retards? I'm over here trying to have an actual discussion, and you idiots are over here like, but what if me and my mom fought
Oh, no,
over
I
a
gotta
girl? Actually, a boy. Wouldn't that
I'll
be
go
funny?
for 5 minutes.
Oh,
I just need to know. What my movie idea does it have a place in Hollywood
Fucking-
right now?
This is why
brilliant!
isn't taking off. It's because you idiots can't fucking stay on topic for 5 minutes.
What topics do we have? It's.
We were talking
We're in
about
segment
this story,
2.
you stupid idiot. We were literally talking about it.
I'm
It's
just
been
saying-
3 days since segment 2 or 4 days. Or segment
You know what?
1.
How do you not understand? I'm not talking about 3-4 days ago. I'm talking about right now. We weren't talking about Interstellar 3 or 4 days ago. We were talking about it right now, you idiots.
Yeah, because you brought up Interstellar.
before-
in the-
Yeah, I
yeah.
did bring up Interstellar, Caesar, you retard.
You know,
I brought it up to talk about it, and then you started talking about your dick.
Can I?
That's
can I-
all you
What?
talk about.
Wait,
You're
wait,
like a
wait. Can I please name the podcast The Eternal Rage of Dylan?
Segment 2
Yes.
is Eternal Rage of Dylan.
Alright. Okay.
Right.
topic-
I left the pizza and I'm back.
Fuck Talk Radar and
Yeah.
their segments have ruined this community. You know what?
Yes.
It came from the internet. It doesn't have segments. You know what it does have? Fans. Maybe
Okay.
there's a correlation.
He's got us there, actually.
Fan Darkholm.
He has some points, actually. Also, Dylan, take a breather. We are going to get back to Interstellar, I promise. It's just, for the love of God, don't have a brain aneurysm on us.
I feel
I'm
very
saying-
strong about Interstellar because I watched it in a very sensitive place and I cried literally for 2 hours. I literally
I
cried
liked
almost
it.
of the to the end.
I really enjoyed it.
It being unoriginal
just
doesn't
credit-
matter. Like, originality is not the end-all be-all of a quality of a film.
But that's exactly what you were
Seriously.
arguing yesterday.
It wasn't
Wasn't
what I was
yesterday,
talking
earlier.
about. I was arguing that Interstellar is much more. You said you were listing off Nolan's movies, and you said Interstellar is pretty, and I was
Yeah.
saying
Yes.
Interstellar is much more than pretty. Interstellar
I
is
just
a.
Because I'd seen those themes before, those themes didn't really hold any weight.
Well, hang on.
They were handled
Wait.
well.
You can't use that. I keep trying to tell
By
you,
that
you can't use that as an excuse.
It's just,
If you've seen, if by that logic, if you've seen,
I'm just saying they
Fern,
don't affect me as much.
if you've seen Fern Gully, no other environmental movie holds any weight. Like if you watch Fern Gully before Princess Mononoke, by your logic, well, Princess Mononoke's shit doesn't hold as much weight. Sorry.
Wait,
well,
here's my-
well, we can
terrible.
all agree here. All Hollywood directors are fucking hacks.
Jesus Christ.
Here's my take on this. There's actually nothing original. Like you can't have a truly original movie topic or setting, for the most part, because eventually it gets too abstract where the setting itself overtakes the theme of your story. So
Agreed,
just-
but Interstellar has an original idea.
all right. What's your original idea?
We gotta save the humans.
Exploit wormholes to find a new inhabitable planet for Earth.
All right, but that's also technically almost.
That's barely even that's not even a huge part of the
That is
movie.
the bare
It's just-
plot. That is the bare
It's
plot.
That's the
On the
start of the
basic
film.
level.
The start of the film is we'll use
It's-
a wormhole to find a
They
new
find
planet.
Matt Damon, who's lost in space.
Oh wait, Matt Damon's in this?
Matt
Matt Damon.
Damon.
Oh damn!
Yeah, damn it.
I gotta see this.
Matt
now. I like
Damon.
Matt Damon.
Okay, bear in mind I haven't seen it since 2013.
Came out in 2014, retard.
Whatever. God.
Do you know what a really good Matt Damon film is?
Brits don't understand the concept of time. We've already established this.
Wait.
What is the best Matt Damon movie?
I'd say.
Best Matt Damon movie is The Martian.
Oh, I was gonna just say that, dude. The Martian's pretty great. May not the best, but recently it's his best recent film, easily.
Better than The Great Wall, I'll tell you that right now.
Ah, but the Great Wall's amazing. What if there were monsters on the other side of the Great Wall instead of Mongolians?
There are.
They are the Mongolians.
It's simple as
There
that.
are
The
monsters on the
are
other side of the Great
Mongolian.
Wall. They're Chinese.
They're
Oh.
Chinese. Yes, we get it.
There we
No, it's
go.
Russians.
Yeah, the Russians. They hacked the
start my
Great
cat.
Wall, and that's why it doesn't work anymore.
Wait, did you say we hacked the Great Wall? What
No,
the fuck?
No, the Russians hacked the Great Wall.
Oh my
Look,
god.
the point is that you can't criticize a film for its premise. Like
I'm criticizing it for
film,
the premise. I'm criticizing it just for the handling of themes.
but you're like when I asked you what the themes were, you were like, "Well, the themes are finding another planet." When that's like
That's the plot. The plot.
that's the plot. That's not the
primary
theme.
primary themes of Interstellar: family, love conquers all, environmentalism, humanitarianism. There are themes there.
How about we talk about Dark Star?
Hey, shut the fuck up, Caesar. We're having a conversation.
I thought the theme of Interstellar was Matthew McConaughey is great in everything, which is why
Yes.
the Dark
Oh,
Tower is going to be so good.
Ooh, Matthew McConaughey isn't bad, but he's also in this.
Blake gets a gold star.
Yay! I got a gold star today.
Blake, stop becoming an actual host of this podcast, okay? We don't want to be there yet. We're getting there.
Approved.
Yeah. Slow it down a bit. Slow it down a bit, kiddo.
Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this pizza. I'll be right back.
Oh man, I
Oh
like
boy,
pizza.
now Dylan can
Spurg.
tell us all about his death fantasies for Jamie because Jamie has pissed him off so much.
No, you
So I
better.
watched.
Just because I'm muted doesn't mean I can't hear you.
I watched Nausicaa of the Windy Valley last night.
That's kind of the value of the wind, you shitbag. Get it right.
You
You
shit.
do not.
Windy Valley's the level in Sonic Adventure.
There's
Whoops.
also.
Now I'm
Windy
just
Hill.
imagining what would happen if Sonic somehow found his way into a Studio Ghibli movie.
It was
That'd be
always-
amazing. Could you imagine that?
It would be pretty cool, actually. Now
Yeah,
that I think
that's
about it.
like that's what like Porco Rosso and Sonic the Hedgehog team up and fight Eggman.
No, this is really bad because now I'm just imagining like the gigantic goat monster from Princess Mononoke, right? The one that takes
And then
life and
Sonic.
gives life. Yeah, but with Sonic's face and only his face.
Oh god.
See,
I'm
now
gonna
you're
show what-
upset.
Kill a god of life and death. Well, that's no good.
That's
You know
not
what?
Good.
That'll be the cover for the episode. Try to Photoshop the monster's face with Sonic.
Oh my
I'm gonna
god.
say right now that I am kicking ass in Overwatch.
Oh,
I have.
I'm gonna try to finish GTA 5 now.
And I should have 4 gold medals because I'm kicking Jamie's ass too. To be frank.
Oh man, on my
Is-
Switch here, I could play Zelda.
Ooh.
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 To be totally honest with you, Senpai.
Wait, who the fuck is Senpai in this situation? What the hell is going on?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I was looking in the.
Just looking in the mirror.
I was like,
You are your own Senpai.
mm.
God, Senpai, is so.
Yeah,
thick,
I have a
dude.
question about Nausicaa.
What, are you gonna
Alright.
say that its themes are too
No, I
similar
was gonna-
to
isn't that-
Avatar? James Cameron's
No, I
Avatar.
was gonna say that one's. No, I was gonna say that one's just Miyazaki. It wasn't a Ghibli production, if I'm correct.
I forget. Aren't they actually making
was,
a new Avatar like
it-
right now?
They are making Avatar 2, which... Why?
Oh,
They're making 6 Avatar movies.
that sounds
No,
like
why?
Studio
The
Ghibli,
first-
but it is not.
The first one was fine the first time you hear about it, but when they release it 10,000 other times in 4K and 3K and 5K, and eventually they just make a musical out of it, a live
Now-
stage
And have
play.
a Disney World.
Instead of answering the question, you all went on your own little retard rants.
Yeah,
Wait,
so
what was the
that's
question?
not.
Hold on.
That's exactly
what
what
the
he's
fuck?
saying, Blake. What's the question?
I was answering the question before you all started fucking around like, oh, but Avatar's gay.
Well, it is.
Nausicaa-
but-
Nausicaa isn't entirely a Ghibli production, is it?
Nausicaa predates Studio Ghibli, but the majority of the
Yes.
people who worked on it went on to found Studio Ghibli.
Yeah.
It was the original
Yeah.
creation,
Sorry.
and it's been retroactively added to the Ghibli canon, basically.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. That's what I knew. I just wanted you to
It's also-
reconfirm that.
Surprisingly enough, where Hideki Anno got the idea for Evangelion.
I just like to mention that
Oh,
I
we got to
really
bring
don't
back
like
Evangelion.
Hideki Anno worked
No one likes
on
Avatar.
Nausicaa, and he animated the scene with the goo monster. That was him, and he had
Ooh.
and from he had the idea of He had the idea of the Evangelions, and the laser beam that the thing shoots is also the inspiration for Shin Godzilla's atomic breath.
I haven't seen Godzilla in years. The original, I mean, not every. Godzilla really didn't get a good. Godzilla really didn't. It doesn't have good content being put out for it.
No, you're wrong. Godzilla movies are amazing.
I was gonna say Shin Godzilla was supposedly really good, wasn't it?
Shin Godzilla. I am in the minority in that I thought Shin Godzilla was solid but not amazing. Everyone else absolutely loves it. I think I didn't like it as much because I'm so familiar with Anno's style. It felt a little derivative. But I'd be lying if I said it was a bad movie.
I guess I'm speaking.
Caddy, don't we have a story prepared?
Here in the
I
US,
guess it's hard to live up to the legacy of Godzilla when you have things like Godzilla the Animated Series going up against it.
When will Godzilla
That was a joke, by the way.
No, when will Godzilla make an appearance in Dragon Maid?
Yes.
He's kind of a dragon.
But
Now
would it be a girl
would be
or would it be a
amazing.
guy?
That's
Who's to say it can't be hermaphrodite?
A trap.
yeah.
No, not
My servant is Godzilla-san. He's the Berserker class. He's also a woman, so I can bone her.
Oh, for
Yeah,
God's
what class would
sake.
Godzilla be in an RPG?
Berserker.
Battle
What I just
mage.
said.
Berserker.
Although most, I guess the problem is Godzilla is intentionally designed to be like, he has no drawbacks, you know?
Yeah, like Superman.
So, like, it would depend on which version of Godzilla, because most of them, I think, are too powerful to fit into a class that's specifically designed with drawbacks, except for Shin. Shin, I think, fits into the classification of mage pretty well.
You know what? I think Alex Jones doesn't like Godzilla.
Legendary Godzilla would be a red mage, I think.
Like, think
What
about
about
it.
Zilla?
Wait, Blake. Settle down really quick. Think about it, guys. Godzilla is really a reptilian Superman. Like, Superman is something so unapologetically American, you know? That to think it would be turned into a reptilian must really make Alex Jones, like, uncomfortable, dude. He's probably really upset
Caddy?
over it. But you guys see what I'm saying, though, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could talk
Yeah,
about
don't we have
Jamie's
story
crazy
prepared?
conspiracy about Alex Jones.
Jamie, tell me your conspiracy about
yes.
Alex Jones.
Oh, wait,
alright, this is like
Before we get into Jamie's crazy conspiracy, Dylan was going to tell us what class Zilla would be.
But
What
wait,
RPG
no.
class?
Blake, you stop right now. We gotta strike while the iron's hot, okay?
He'd be a rogue.
Be a thief?
He
Alright.
hides.
No, alright, this conspiracy's been around since the late 90s, but the theory is Alex Jones is a character created by Bill Hicks who faked his death to become the iconic shock jock.
Oh man, let me look up Bill Hicks again. I want to remember what he looks like.
Oh yeah,
Alright.
because apparently
Google,
skinny Alex
Google
Jones
Bill
looks
Hicks and
kinda like
Alex
Bill.
Jones 2001.
Actually, yeah, now that I'm looking at them, they could be the same person. Like, if you just get...
Wouldn't Bill
let
Hicks
me
be like
explain-
60?
Let me explain why this is the most retarded theory in the world. Because if
It
you're
is.
Bill Hicks playing a character, why the fuck would you use a young picture of yourself as the young picture for your character if you don't want people to know?
Because his entire
Yeah.
Why
idea
wouldn't you
is to
just
drum
take a
up...
random picture of a random dude?
Wait. Because, like, he wants to drum up conspiracies, right? So he would purposely, like, leave the breadcrumb there. You know, he wants to, like, weave conspiracies into the public thing sphere. So him...
Public.
Oh, he looks nothing like he did in 1993 now.
Yeah, he really doesn't.
Yeah, but Bill Hicks would be like 60.
No, he'd be 57.
Yeah,
Alex
he'd
Jones
look
does kinda
older
look
than Alex
than he is.
Jones.
Alex
Yeah,
Jones
he's
does look older
like
than
60.
42. Alex Jones looks way fatter and older than he should.
Wait, but what if Alex Jones is technically his own person because Bill Hicks, like, he's basically a method actor at this point, right? So
What if Alex Jones is fat and ugly because he doesn't take care of himself and he's constantly stressed about reptiles?
well, that's
Yeah.
also true. But what I'm saying is that what if Bill Hicks, because he's basically method acting Alex Jones, like unintentionally became Alex Jones like long term?
Well, no. Alex Jones' whole thing is that he purposely is trying to destroy the right wing.
So he's like,
Well, he's doing a damn bad job at it, considering the fact that they seem to eat everything up.
so
That
you're
he
saying that-
says.
what if Alex Jones is a CIA plant?
Yes, that's the theory. That is the legit theory. I will get up the article.
Oh my god. It
Yo,
gets
real
deep.
talk. Did you know that the modern art is all weird and shit because the CIA used it as propaganda to fight the Soviets?
Modern art?
That's not a joke. You can look this up. This is an actual thing. Like they would literally they would go in and they would find the shittiest, most nonsensical art, and they would buy it up for thousands to millions, and then they would
That's
show it in the
sensitive, Caddy.
Soviet Union, and they would say, they would be like, "Look what you can do in America! Isn't America great? You can become a millionaire off of this horse shit. Don't you want to come to America? Don't you love capitalism, faggot?"
You better learn to love it.
And it works. It totally works.
Yeah, I sent,
That would work.
Caddy, I've sent you the article. I sent you the article in RPM.
Alright, let's see here. Let me catch up on the lore. The info lore, if you will.
Ooh.
Ah.
Um,
Oh yeah, I've watched Akira.
Name for a series. Lore Wars.
man, you know it's... you know
Akira's just Blaze Runner. I dismiss it.
you guys...
Our
you,
terrorists just
Damn it, I'm going to fucking kill you.
you know
Yeah.
it's good when it just starts
Yeah,
with,
Jamie,
with
because-
Alex Jones with red eyes.
Jamie's just mad that I'm taking his podcast from him and making it about anime.
You do like
Every-
P4 the
Everything
animation.
should be about
and,
anime.
Even when it's not about anime. You should just say, is that a JoJo reference?
And then I can jump in and say, no, it's a Kamen Rider reference.
He looks
No,
at
it's-
the
no, it's
future.
a
Wait a
Sentai.
minute, that's a Joseph Joestar reference. Hold on here.
Hold up. Wow, they really do look like the same person. Damn. But, like, do we have records of Alex Jones existing prior to Bill Hicks' death?
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah.
We have records post. Like, or I guess
We have
here's the thing.
Fabrications of his death, of his life before his death. Faggot.
Wait. What if Bill Hicks died and then killed the real
gotta
Alex
stop
Jones
saying-
and
I gotta
took his
stop.
place?
Gotta stop saying faggot. I
That's
can't
another
just use
theory.
faggot. Comedic spackle. It doesn't-
Okay, so you're saying that
Random Assault does it.
American hero Alex Jones was killed by this usurper, right?
Right, this is very low quality, but here's a picture of him covering 9/11 footage. That's,
Oh my gosh.
Let me delete that. I'll send you the real link.
All right. Yeah, that didn't
Are
work.
you really doing the same thing conspiracy theorists do?
Now here's
Yes, I am. Okay,
here's one thing.
Here it is.
Here's the
this is Alex Jones, 2001.
That is Alex Jones in 2001.
Alright, so
He's
what were we
wearing
saying,
the
Blake?
same shirt Bill Hicks wore in Sane Man in 1989.
Wow, this goes deep.
What if I told you? Wait a minute. So part of your theory is that Bill Hicks just held on to the same shirt for like 12 years, and it somehow still fit him.
Hey,
Well, he's an
I
adult.
can
I
Life.
can believe that. I still have shirts from when I was a wee lad, had in my teens, and they still fit me. So fuck you.
Yeah, that's because you're a little girl who can't afford food.
Actually,
Or
I've
Alex
gotten
Jones probably
very-
bought that shirt from fucking Goodwill.
No. Alex Jones.
It's
Alex Jones
actually
is making-
Bill Hicks' shirt from the, and he just bought it at a Goodwill.
Yeah, he stole it at the funeral.
No.
Inside of the shirt, it just
Alex
says that
Jones.
quote unquote breaking the conditioning. What?
Hold up. Alex Jones, he knows how reptilians are actually made. Like, when we die, we're taken underground and turned into reptilians within the plants, right? And he just loved Bill Hicks. So he climbed into the coffin and was holding on to dear life on Bill Hicks's corpse. You see? And the shirt just like ripped off. Like he couldn't save him.
Oh, like the like he was like the toy hunter character in Illbleed, the little Toy Story thing, where the sexy doll is in the kid's casket and goes to hell with him. Remember that?
I didn't see that. No.
Have you seen?
No.
Have you seen the movie Bubba Hotep, where Elvis fights a Satan mummy?
Wait.
The one where Bruce Campbell is Elvis?
Yes. This could be a situation. This could be Bill Hicks was an Alex Jones impersonator. No, Alex Jones was a Bill Hicks impersonator, then he died. Then the real Bill Hicks became Alex Jones.
All right, yeah, to take his place and destroy his legacy, right?
But in order to keep his jokes going, he had to give them to somebody. So he pulls Dennis Leary aside and just gives him an entire list of jokes and says, "Here." And if anyone says you're stealing, and just call them a retard.
Exactly.
Because we all know that Bill Hicks is one of the greatest minds of comedy. Which is why him being Alex Jones is so perfect, because it is the ultimate joke.
That is the theory. That is the confirmation we need.
But that's just a theory. A conspiracy theory.
I'm gonna strangle you.
Dylan tried to come up with a way of coming back.
No, hold him down. I'll put the rope on his neck.
No.
What am I doing? Sorry, I'm playing Overwatch.
He made a game theory reference.
Oh.
We must kill him.
Oh, okay.
You do that all the time.
More
though.
like game query.
You could have gone for the gay theory joke, but you decided not to. You are a poor bastard.
A query is a question, so.
A game query.
That's true.
Got him.
I just want to see a whole bunch of rip-offs of game theory that completely parodize him, just to point to him and say, "This is what you actually are. You're not some intellectual. Oh, you're a joke."
Did you conspiracy gaming?
Have you seen Quentin Reviews' parody of him?
No, I don't know who Quentin Reviews is.
He's pretty good.
So why do people hate Pearl from Splatoon 2 so much? Like, I know she looks atrocious.
Because
She looks like
she's
Funny
an ugly
Valentine.
bitch.
She's not black and
No,
curvy.
I just posted, like, an artist rendition of this character in the general random assault thread.
She looks like she has fetal alcohol syndrome.
She looks like a baby.
You guys aren't wrong. Hiss.
She's King
I was
Cobra.
She looks like she's constantly, like, screeching, like she's a small child imitating a cat.
Alright, who the fuck posted that picture of Raccoon? And why?
Big raccoon.
It's
Why
me.
did-
I'm Raccoon.
I do love that cake with Elmo's face on it. That looks, like, extremely pained. That's pretty good.
Why? Are you upset with Raccoon?
I'm not upset with Big Raccoon.
No, I'm asking Blake.
No, I just saw that face and I was deeply disturbed. I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
I like that picture of Sombra.
Sombra is waifu material. You know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for the Overwatch dating sim fan game. That's all I want.
I think May would be a MILF in that. For some reason. She's an adoptive MILF.
Alright, how's she a MILF without a child, Caesar?
She's an
The
adopted.
penguins.
Also, I'm gonna use
Yeah.
if I
Her
can,
fluff babies.
guys. If I can, I'm going to use this picture of that Elmo cake as the banner for the episode.
Actually, no,
I don't
Anna
think-
is a MILF.
I found a sweet Nausicaa hentai that's about the women in the valley fucking bugs in the jungle. It's great.
Ugh.
How does that?
Yeah,
Oh,
there's not enough bug hentai out there.
Even though there is a lot of face hugger porn.
Oh god.
Face hugger bugs.
Face huggers are not bugs, they are plants, technically.
So I think
Because they
Melee's-
come from plants.
Guys, I'm gonna take out the hot take, okay? I think Melee's a dead game.
No shit, it's a dead game, but I actually wanted to go back to face huggers and aliens and shit.
No, I'm saying
Since Well, hang on. I got a hot take of my own, faggot.
Oh, okay.
So, you know how in Alien, the face huggers has come from plant little cocoon things, right?
Yeah.
I mean, eggs, which is what they call them.
Yeah, they're like, yes, but they look like plants, and I was always told.
Yeah, they look like
plants.
they look like plants, but they're eggs. That's what they call them.
Well, I was trying to make a joke, but go ahead and derail me, asshole.
I mean, it just sounds like you're changing the terminology in order to fit your theory a little more there, Matt Pat.
Well, no, I was just gonna make a joke by saying that Alien is technically a deforestation propaganda, that we should destroy all the forests and plants so that nobody can get infected with these facehugger alien spore things.
Wait, was there a point when Alex Jones wasn't batshit insane?
Yes, it was.
Before 9/11,
Late
probably.
90s.
Yeah.
What if Alex Jones is
He still
actually
talks about
CIA?
black helicopters, though.
Wait, when did you talk about helicopters? What?
Like, Alex Jones, during a Halloween cast, talked about black helicopters
Yes.
or something.
The one where he's carving the pumpkin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna carve it. Now this is about how big a Gray's skull is. So I'm gonna show you when the Greys come at you and they're poking around in your rear end. Here's what you gotta do. You just gotta take a knife. You always gotta have a knife with you. All right. Put a knife under your pillowcase, and also put a knife underneath your blanket and your sheet. You gotta have 3, because their skin's tough and the knives will break. You have to have 3 knives.
No, what you do is you buy gold, you invest in gold, and then melt it down and make a shield, because Greys, they can't touch the stuff, they dissolve.
Well, yeah, because the Greys are actually just the true forms of the Jews.
This is why the blacks are actually superior, is because the rappers they have big gold chains all the time, and they use throats to kill the Greys. That's what we need more of, people.
We need more blacks. We need more blacks.
Because I'm British, can you guys explain to me male vitality supplement? And what exactly the goal of selling that is?
Well,
Counting people out money.
we like to have, because our women are attractive. But sometimes when you're old, you can't do it. So the male supplements make it a little easier. I know that's hard to imagine wanting to sleep with a woman when you live in the UK, but here in America, it's a very beloved pastime.
So Alex Jones is just selling liquid Viagra.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, I read given the choice between taking male supplements that were sold to me by Alex Jones or Return of Kings, I would pick Alex Jones any day of the week. Because Return of Kings is a fucking crock.
Ooh.
By the way, Dylan, if you ever do an episode on Return of Kings, please let me be on it, because I have so much salt about those fucking bastards. They are evil, and they should be destroyed.
And who are
I don't know who they are.
Return of Kings is basically like, r/PUA pickup artists. They're even worse than them. They specifically target the beta male subculture and tell them to do all these horrible things to themselves, otherwise they'll be labeled as manginas. And
oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, my
Sounds
theory
like
is that they're doing this because they want to completely exterminate all people who are beta males, so that they can have their pick of the undesirable women who they tell the beta males to hook up with, because they don't have any game of their own.
No, you're not getting the full picture here. They want them to hook up with undesirable ones because, like, they're the Greys, dude. They wanna destroy our gene pool, okay?
See, I think the Greys are actually humans from the year 6,077,000 who have given up sex, and now they're coming back in order to change the past, so that way they can have sex in the future again.
Yeah, in order to do so, they had to eliminate the unborn child of a woman known as Sarah Connor.
God.
Whose father is actually Alex
He's
Jones,
the savior.
aka Bill Hicks.
Yes, exactly. He's the savior. He's going to destroy all of the Greys. He's leading his army forward.
Leading his army of blacks.
No, we'll know he's the savior because
Who would play the Terminator? Who would play the Grey Terminator? Who would
The
play the
Great
Great
Terminator
Terminator?
would, the Great Terminator would obviously have to be Benedict Cumberbatch since he's already a fucking alien. What
No,
the-
it has to be some sort of like television or like political personality. Just to go with Alex Jones.
Fuck it, Barack Obama.
Oh, it's the guy who does the Young Turks.
No, Bill Clinton, because
Cenk-
Bill Clinton
Cenk
looks
Uygur?
like he's on the
Yes.
Who denies the Armenian genocide?
Yes,
Yeah.
he'd be the Great Terminator, coming back to eliminate Alex Jones and his unborn child.
Yeah.
Breaking the
Who'd be Sarah Connor? Would that be Anita?
no. I
Would
get
Sarah
it.
Connor be
Palin would
Anita?
obviously be Sarah Connor.
Wait, guys,
Ah.
listen. Everybody, shut up. I have an idea. Okay, so he's not going to kill the child like after it's been born. He's gonna go further. Okay, he's gonna go to the past and kill the mother. Right? Alex Jones's like potential love interest. Okay, and then when Alex Jones learns of the plot, he'll come up and start yelling about it, and Bill Clinton will just turn to him and say, "You did not have sexual relations with that woman," and disappear into thin air.
See, what's really
So you're
sad
saying
about
that
this
Bill Clinton is
because-
secretly a Jedi?
is because we live in the timeline where Alex Jones's did get married and wasn't killed by the Terminator, but they still got divorced. So it doesn't matter what he does; he doesn't have a happy ending.
Well,
that's
that's why
the
he
sad
didn't-
part.
That's why I didn't need to go back in
Instead
time.
of Bill Clinton, can it be Sargon of the Kid?
Sorry, kind of a god. Oh,
God.
Sargon of a child.
Sargon of Todd is such a fucking asshole.
He kind of is. He's pretty great as far as those guys go, though.
What, Sargoy?
Yeah, Sargoy.
Sargoyim.
Yes, Sargon of Pizza, as he's now known as in the Discord.
Sargon, we have to break the conditioning.
Sargon. Sargon, I will bury your child. I don't know.
Sargon,
Comrade
I will
Sargon,
boil
what do you-
your
Is Alex Jones
child.
aware of Sargon?
For him and your wife.
Comrade Sargon, will you give me blowjob? I don't know why I think he's.
Does Alex Jones know about Sargon?
Yes.
Probably.
Oh god, what if Alex Jones starts to try and connect all the fucking popular YouTubers to his weird conspiracies? Is like trying to say Markiplier is just a distraction and to keep us from examining the parades or something.
What if Markiplier is the real Bill Hicks?
God damn it! Stop sucking
God.
Bill Hicks's dick for like 5
No,
minutes.
that could be it.
God.
He took male vitality
Sargon
pills to
of
appear
Akkad-
younger.
Sargon of Akkad did make a video about how he believes that Hitler was not assassinated and how he escaped Argentina.
Well, he wasn't assassinated. He was, he
That's
committed
an
suicide.
easy fucking
Try
target.
this out.
That's an easy fucking conspiracy to latch onto. They're like, oh, Hitler's still alive. Yeah, if he was, he'd be in his 80s by now.
He'd be
Deal with
dead.
this, write him
He
off
was
as,
50
you
in
know,
World War
Yeah,
II.
he's dead.
In his 80s.
He'd be dead in
He was
1975.
52. He was 52 when he died.
He'd be dead in the 60s.
Blake, are you from the 1930s? Are you talking to us from the past? Like, what's going on?
Alright, you caught me. I'm actually a Time Lord. I've been to all the popular world events, and I
Yeah.
decided I don't want to deal with that
Wait.
shit because
No,
I'm
you're
not the
Bill
doctor.
Hicks.
Blake, if it's the 20s, can you tell us about the phenomenal hit new TV show Bendy and the Ink Machine?
God
No.
damn it.
Like,
What, is
Can you
that
tell us
Matt
about the
Pat's theory?
Blink 182
is Matt Pat-
show?
Is Matt Pat honestly thinking that Bendy and the Ink Machine was an actual show? Is that his latest theory?
Hey, Blake, can you tell me about how Blink 182 was inspired by the show Blink 182 from the 50s?
Look, man, just because I go to the past doesn't mean that I had any sort of experience with it. I just go there, I look at things, I see something going down, and I'm like, somebody else will take care of that, and leave.
Well, just go to the past right now and then come back like 2 seconds after you left, and then you can tell us. And you can take all the time you need to find out. You can take a vacation if you want. We're not going to know.
I don't think you guys get it. I think what happened is that Blake went to the past and he assassinated Archduke Ferdinand and caused World War One.
Oh, I love that. I love that song, by the way, that you inspired.
Oh my god.
And then he created the Treaty of Versailles.
That song was playing in a Kroger's I was at today.
Ooh.
Why would you be in a Kroger's of all places?
Because I was buying things.
What is Kroger's? I haven't heard of that.
It's a chain in the South.
It's like a Publix or a Tops.
Well, I'm not in the South, so it's clearly more than just a chain in the South.
Hey, do you guys have In-N-Out out there, or is it true that only the West gets In-N-Out?
Only the West gets In-N-Out. I know.
Only you Philistines get In-N-Out.
It's so good.
I got In-N-Out last night.
We get Steak and Shake and Johnny Rockets.
I haven't been to Johnny Rockets. I should probably try it.
Oh man, have you had the new Cajun double steak burger from Steak and Shake?
No, but I had the new queso burger, or the new queso chicken sandwich from Wendy's. And that gave me fucking diarrhea for the rest of the day. I'm lucky I managed to get anything done at work.
I'm really happy that the song for Rito Village in Breath of the Wild is literally just Dragon Roost Island.
I wish I could go to a Frito Village.
A Frito
and
Village.
eat Fritos.
Frito Village. God damn.
Blake, it's okay. Blake, it's okay. Blake, I'll continue to scream, it's okay, until you're okay. Blake.
What the fuck are you on about?
I don't know. Blake. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna kind of sound like Christian here, but I would like to have that.
A Frito Village.
I would like to have that.
What a Frito Village?
No, somebody to tell me it's okay constantly.
Ooh.
Please tell me it's okay, Margaret.
Sargon, tell me it's okay. Tell me Brexit
Mom,
is
will you
actually happening.
please tell me if it's gonna be okay? It's gonna be okay.
Is that supposed to be Barb?
What the fuck was that?
I think that's Barb.
Was that your... Oh, Barb. I thought that was his Gollum impression or some shit.
Holy shit, it's Danger Dolan.
Mother, please do not misidentify my gender. My name is Christine now.
Oh, God.
Juicy fish, nice and sweet.
Was that good? How was
Wait,
that?
that's Barb? I thought that was Danger Dolan speaking.
Nope, that's Barb. Barb Chandler, the one and only.
Borb.
The true and honest Barb Chandler.
Rip.
Rip. Yeah, she's gonna be dead soon, dude.
I thought she already was dead, and Christian
That was a
immediately
troll.
went to e-begging.
Yeah, that was a troll. She didn't actually die.
Oh.
We're not in the best timeline yet, dude.
Obviously, we're not in the best timeline.
Say, we got any
Still have Republican presidents.
Say, we got any topics?
No, because this is a vaguely gaming
can talk about-
podcast, and gaming doesn't have topics right now.
We can talk about how the best timeline would be instead of the fucking Jews fucking up the 2000 election, we actually got President Gore, and we would have our green jobs by now. And we would, the fucking Arizona would have all the solar panels and wind turbines to power the earth.
I don't think you guys get it. I don't think you folks are actually getting it. Okay, the Russians didn't have the election to get Trump into office. They're simply trying to stop the overwhelming power of Jeb. Okay.
Jeb!
Yeah, Jeb.
Jeb! I would rather have Jeb than Trump, to be honest.
Well,
Jeb.
because he's the meme.
100%.
Jeb is addicted to
100%.
children.
No irony. If Jeb Bush had been signed on as Donald Trump's vice president, I would have voted for him.
Well, it'd be better.
Why?
Than that.
Because
Well, no, because then everyone would fucking try to assassinate Donald just so we would get Jeb.
Jeb.
So
Yeah, fuck
that's what I
Jeb.
want.
That is a good thing. Never mind.
Jeb
stop
Bush
talking
comes
like
into
Christian,
office.
Dylan.
Stop talking like Christian, Dylan.
Don't talk to me.
Barbara, they're slandering me, and they're telling me that I'm trying to get the president shot, and I'm not. Chris, bring me my pills. I got Chris, I need my pills. I'm trying to pass a steamy log, but I can't.
Wait, Dylan, you know,
What in God's
Yes,
name
mother,
is
I'll
happening?
clean you.
Dylan, you know frame.
I like how Dylan was barely putting on an accent then.
Wait, Dylan, you know Frame Perfection's death scream that he does occasionally, like that.
No.
That thing. What if Barb Chandler just does that occasionally?
She goes,
Yeah.
I'd be...
In the
Oh
best
my
time,
God.
Barb Chandler is a Super Mario 64 speedrunner.
What if Barb Chandler does cocaine?
She'd be a cooler person.
In the best timeline, Chris Chandler actually got some fucking help.
He had plenty
In the best
of help.
timeline, we would have better mental health education and shit. So all these fucking lol cows wouldn't be so goddamn retarded and hogging up all the fucking internet space that could go to actual talented people like me.
Listen, Blake. Blake. I don't think you get it. Chris Chan had all the help he could have ever needed, and he just didn't
Turned
take
it down.
advantage of any of it. So,
What help? The fucking bear conductor?
not the bear conductor. I'm talking the speech therapy. I'm talking about the special school systems. I'm talking about student counselors, all that jazz. And he did what he wanted. He just went and did what he wanted, dude. He didn't put an ear to it, you know?
Okay, well then the obvious answer is we need to go back in time and assassinate Chris Chan before he ever becomes famous, because only then will we nip the lol cow culture in the bud and bring peace to the internet.
I don't think you get it. Blake. If you assassinate Chris Chan, he'll become a martyr, okay? And another person will just take his place. Also,
I want, more than anything in the world, I want a fucking shirt of Chris Chan's face done up like Che Guevara.
Yes.
I would
Dylan,
wear
yes.
that unironically.
No,
I would wear that completely unironically.
No, I want to see that cutscene from Peace Walker where the Russian guy just has Big Boss just kneeling towards him, and he's making the big comparison to Elche, but Chris Chan's face is drawn over Big Boss's.
Oh god.
Punished.
No, what I want is a coffin with Chris Chan's face on it, and it says "Press F to pay respects."
Dead at the age of 39, just like.
I want to turn Chris Chan's house if he dies into a museum of Christery.
Oh god.
Alright, I gotta go now, guys.
When Chris and his mom both die, it's going. That house is gonna be burned to the ground.
Wait, guys, Jamie,
Gotta
that
go
house
now.
already did burn to the
Yeah.
ground.
Well, burn it again.
See,
Oh, Jamie's gone.
Yeah, I was trying to tell you that. You.
Yeah. Guilty.
Museum, buddy.
Ooh.
It goes. Guilty. And yeah. Fucking. And then. I want to know if Chris Chan even would listen to Death Grips, unironically.
Maybe some Christian ska, you know?
I mean, if an autismo like me can appreciate Death Grips unironically, then I'm sure there's hope for Chris Chan.
Chris Chan stops being. He gets inspired by Death Grips and makes awful music.
Oh no!
He already
does make awful music. Have
No,
you
he
not heard
covers over
Christian
it.
and the Hedgehog Boys.
Tell me why
We gotta revive
Hold on.
Zordon.
Tell me why I'm still a virgin with rage. Something like that.
Oh god damn it! And now Caesar's gone.
Oh god. Oh god.
Oh Jesus! Oh shit, dude! Oh wait, no, he's back.
Oh god, no.
No, Caesar being back is a good thing. Caesar, what the fuck happened? Caesar?
Oh
Ah, crap.
baby.
Oh, hello.
Oh yeah, you're here.
Sorry, I accidentally X'd out of the call. I was trying to mute my mic.
Oh. And now we know why.
I'm a fool.
You
I-
fool!
I am still.
idiots!
How long have we been talking? For like an hour?
Yeah, about 55 minutes.
Alright.
Too long.
Try to make up a topic.
Well,
I'm playing a video game.
I think what
Two.
we're going to do is, because we're halfway through the week, we're going to close down the podcast for today. And I'm going to compile the episode, and we're going to get some topics for the next episode.
Next episode, we should talk about girls.
All right.
We should talk about porn actresses and which are the
No,
best
I
ones.
want to talk about actual girls. You fucking faggot.
We're gonna
Yeah,
talk
those
about-
are-
Okay, I can. Are you implying that? Hold on. We might have a hot new conspiracy. Are you saying that porn actresses